All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's Mr. Grosso again. This right here is the last topic that you guys are going to work on this year. The last topic is transformations. All right. If you guys are familiar with the cartoon or the movies, Transformers, how they get from one form to the other, like how they get from the robot form to the plane or from the truck back to the robot, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about transformations, how they get from one to the other. We're not going to go anywhere near that complicated. All right. There are four main transformations that we're going to take a look at, but we're only going to talk about one transformation per slide or per assignment. All right. So the first one that we're going to take a look at is translation. This guy right here. All right. Translation just means you're going to slide the shape either up, down, left, or right. So I'm going to do two kinds of directions for you guys with the first two examples. And then I'll do another two after you guys complete a couple of practice problems. All right, so take a look at this one. All right, translation means it's going to be sliding either up, down, left, or right. This is the original shape that we're going to give you guys, A, B, C, and D. There's only 4 points to it. All right, if you take a look over here, here's the original shape's coordinates. All right, and if you don't remember, all right, or if you need like a little refresher, coordinates are X and Y. All right, the first number, if it's positive, means you're going to go to the right. If it's negative, it means you're going to go to the left. And if the second number is positive, that means you're going to go up. Or if the second number is negative, it means you're going to go down. So if you take a look, negative 4, 2, you're always going or starting from the origin. All right, negative 4, 2 is where A is. Negative 7, 4 is where B is. Negative 5, 6 is where C is. And negative 2, 5 is where D is. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to translate or slide the given shape, all right, or the original, 9 units to the right. All right, once we do that, as we move each point, we're going to fill in the coordinates. So let's take a look here. So when you guys are working on this on your own, this is a lot of what you're going to be responsible for. You're going to be responsible for filling in the coordinates and moving these points right here to where they need to be. All right, we're going to talk about that. So if we start off with A, we got to move A 9 units to the right. So if we start off here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're going to move A to right here. All right, this is what these colored points are going to be for. All right, now if you've noticed, it's not A, B, C, and D. It's A apostrophe, B apostrophe, C apostrophe, and D apostrophe. For this topic, these aren't really called apostrophes anymore. They're called primes, which is a lot easier and shorter to say. So what you guys are going to do is after you count out after you count out 9 to the right, you're going to click on your points over here and you're going to drag them to where they need to be and put it right there. Okay? So I can't unfortunately do that with the video option. I can't click and drag things. It's unfortunately a limited animation there, but you guys can see that after you counted over 9 units to the right, that's exactly where A prime is going to be. Now, it's still A, but it has that prime because if they were both just A, you wouldn't know which one you were talking about. If I said A, you wouldn't know if I was talking about this one or this one. But if I said A now, you know I'm talking about this one. And if I said A prime, you know I'm talking about this one. So it kind of keeps everything separate and organized. So after you move A to where it needs to be, now you can kind of see where the coordinates for it are going to be. So starting from the origin, you're going 5 to the right and then 2 up. So 5 to the right would mean that this is going to be 5, and then 2 up is going to be this is a 2. All right. And we're going to move B, C, and D, all right, or B prime, C prime, and D prime 9 units to the right here. So we're going to move B 9 units to the right. So when you count it off, it'll be right here. So you guys would take B prime, all right, and drag it over here, click and drag, and that's where it would be. All right, and once you put it where it needs to be, then you can get the coordinates from it. So this would be 2 to the right, so that'd be a positive 2. And then that would be 4 up, that would be a positive 4. All right, let's take a look at C. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right there. So you would click and drag your C prime, and that's where it's going to go. All right, now that is 4 to the right and 6 up, so that would be a positive 4 and positive 6. And lastly, you're going to move D 9 to the right. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right there. So you would take your D prime and you would click and drag it all the way up here. And once you did that, you'd get the coordinates for it. So D prime should be at 7, 5. All right, 7 to the right, 5 up. Remember, to the right is going to be positive and up is also positive. So once you guys do that, once you set all those prime points where they need to be and fill in all the coordinates, that's all you need to do. All right, I'm going to just show you if those points were connected, how it looks like it's the exact same shape, because it is. All you did was just slide the whole thing over. All right, Ms. Coleman and I are not going to make you guys connect those points. We just wanted to show you guys that it's the exact same shape. All you're doing is just sliding all the points over the same amount. All right, so that was one example. Let's take a look at another one. So for this particular example, we're going to move it to the left. So again, here's our original shape with the original coordinates. All right, the original shape's coordinates are over here if you need those. So we're going to move this one 7 to the left. So we're going to start with A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so you guys would take your A prime and put it right there. And then you would get the coordinates for it. So for this time, from the origin, we're going to go to the left, and then we're going to go down. So this is going to be a negative and a negative. So it's going to be over negative 5, and then down negative 5. All right. Now when we move B 7 units to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here. So we're going to take B prime and slide it over there. That's exactly where B prime needs to be. Now remember, you're starting from the origin here, but you're not moving left or right at all. So that X is going to be 0. But you are going down 5, so that'll be negative 5 there. All right, doing the same thing for C. Now look, these guys are right above each other, and the shape is not going to change its size, so it's going to be exactly below it over here. So when we move C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over here, we would take C prime and plot it right there, and that's where C prime belongs. Again, if you start at the origin here, you're not going left and you're not going right at all. So that X coordinate is going to be 0, but you are going to go down 7. So this coordinate would be negative 7. All right, and lastly for this example, we're going to move D over 7 units to the left. So you would take D prime, and after you count 7 to the left, that's where you would put that particular point. All right, so you see how this shape looks over here. All you did was just slide that shape over 7 units to the left. All right, every individual point gets moved the same amount and in the same direction. So everything got moved 7 units to the left. So D prime should be at negative 5, negative 7. All right, why don't you try the next couple on your own, and then I will take a look at 2 more coordinates. All right, I'm sorry, not 2 more coordinates, 2 more directions. All right, and then you guys can try some of those on your own.